Schlosser, Peno, Genet, Lopez, and Ochoa. Those are just some of the great names that'll be center stage here today in Shanghai, where we've got a little bit different layout of the field, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. This is how it works in the compound team events. 3 archers per team, each shooting 50 meters and each shooting twice during the 4 ends. That's a total of 6 arrows per end, 24 altogether for the match, and when the smoke clears, the team with the most points is your winner. Getting all set now for the women's team bronze medal match. It'll feature, I should say, the team from Russia, which was seeded number 1. That's Natalia Avdeeva on the right, Mariia Vinogradova in the middle, and on the left is Svetlana Cherkashneva. So a formidable team for Russia, and they will take on another formidable squad from Colombia, second-seeded Colombia, led by Sara Lopez, that young lady in the middle. She's flanked by Maja Marcen and Alejandra Usquiano. Now, Colombia got to this bronze medal match by defeating the Dutch team by 15 points in the quarterfinals and then lost by only 2 to the USA squad in the semis. Now, let's meet the Colombia team. There's Sara Lopez, who won the gold medal at the World Cup in Lausanne last fall. Alejandra Usquiano, who won a World Cup gold medal in Paris just a few years ago. And in the middle was Maja Marcen. So 3 excellent archers for Colombia. Sara Lopez, Maja Marcen, Alejandra Usquiano. And again for Russia, Natalia Avdeeva, Svetlana Cherkashneva, and Mariia Vinogradova. So a good set, good match coming up right now. The Russians, by the way, defeated France by 1 in the quarterfinals before losing by 4 to a Malaysian squad, which we will see in the gold medal match, which is just coming up. Now, we talked a little bit a moment ago, Bridger, about the fact that they've changed the layout of the field this year. Make any difference?
A little bit, I think. Obviously, the view for the archers is much different. The field is actually turned 180 degrees. So instead of looking at the city skyline, we're looking out over the river. I guess we'll wait and see if the boats pass and everything like that will bother anybody. I don't think so, personally, but never know. Maybe it'll make everybody shoot better.
So the first shot of the 2015 outdoor season by Natalia Avdeeva, and she gets us started with a 9. Now a good look at the 21-year-old Vinogradova, ranked right around 200 in the world.
Almost on top of Natalia's arrow, so.
Good grouping by the Russian team to start off. And Cherkashneva. With another 9.
Sometimes going from the practice field onto the competition field, your sight marks can be a little different. So sometimes if they're exactly the same, we'll see some great score shot, but usually the first end is a little hairier than the rest.
Maja Marcen puts up a 10 to start off for Colombia. Interesting how she anchors that string, and we'll talk about that when she comes back up to shoot again. Now, Sara Lopez, the golden girl from Colombia. And she posts a score of 9 with her first shot, which brings us to Alejandra Usquiano. Alejandra, 5th in the world, has been ranked as high as 3rd in the world. And she strays into the red rings. So back we go to Team Russia and Natalia Avdeeva, who won a gold medal at stage 3 last summer in Antalya and shows her gold medal form right there. Vinogradova, limited experience at this level.
I have seen her shoot at some of the junior stuff, and I've seen her shoot some incredible stuff. So I believe she was in China for the Youth Worlds in 2011.
She also shot at the 2014 Indoor Championships in Nîmes and finished 5th in the junior women's competition. And Cherkashneva finishes off. with a 9-liner. So the judges will have a little bit of work to do after this first end. Now look where that string was anchored, underneath her chin.
Yep, Maja actually uses her left eye to look through the peep sight, but chose or started with a right-handed bow instead of a left-handed. So that's why she anchors the way she does. Clearly it works.
That shot worked for Sara Lopez. So Alejandra, as the sun comes out here in Shanghai. And Usquiano finishes it off with a 9 right there. So we'll wait and see what the judges come up with as they take a closer look at those 2 last arrows by the Russian team to determine whether they are 9s or whether they are 10s. We could be tied at 56. We might not be tied.
If I had to guess, I'd put Russia up by 2 right now. Those 2 arrows look like they're pretty solid on the line.
Look like they were in there. Well, if Bridger Deaton thinks they're in there, I'm going to go with that. Bridger Deaton joining us. Of course, congratulations. Our first chance to really congratulate you on the gold medal last year at the 2014 World Cup Finals in Lausanne.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a lot of fun.
I imagine it was. A little nerve-wracking?
Yeah. It's funny, and I think I told a couple other people this, but the match I was most nervous for was my first match against Sebastian. And then after that, I think I didn't have any more adrenaline in my body. And shot really well against Rio and shot well against PJ too, but that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And that's what it's all about, to be able to not just shoot well and win stuff, but to put on a good show for everybody. So, and I think, me and Rio had a close match, and I was able to shoot really well against PJ, so made it that much more enjoyable.
And it really capped off a good summer for you, and it all started right here in Shanghai last year.
Yep. Started here last year with 3 medals, a gold in the team, silver in the mix, and a bronze individual. Really set the stage for last year for me. Hoping that's not quite the case this year, since I started off a little rocky. But we have Turkey. I think it's 2 or 3 weeks away, and looking to turn things around for that. So, trying a couple different things with my equipment and training schedule and stuff to get back to where I was.
I can't imagine, Bridger, that when you go out for your first year really on the World Cup circuit, and last year really was your first year, that you envision at the start of the season that you're going to end up on top of the podium in Lausanne.
No, not in my wildest dreams. My goal was to podium at least one of the events, and to come out and do that. Podium individually at one of the events, come out and do that in the very first one was really fun. So had a lot of fun shooting here last year. So
warm temperatures, overcast skies, the sun breaking through just a little bit here in Shanghai on a Saturday morning. At least in China, it's Saturday. And Maja Marcen starts off with a 10.
I might start shooting like that. She hasn't missed a 10 yet.
Now Sara Lopez, 20 years old, a gold medalist just like Bridger Deaton last year in Lausanne at the World Cup Finals. And that's back-to-back 10s for Colombia to start things off. It was a 58-56 lead for Russia after that first end. Now Usquiano trying to keep it going, and does. So 3 straight 10s right out of the box. Natalia Avdeeva right on the line, and that will count as a 10. Natalia also in Lausanne last fall, finishing 8th at the World Cup Finals. Or excuse me, picked up a bronze medal at the World Cup Finals. Vinogradova with a 10. And now Cherkashneva, 22 years old and ranked 19th in the world. 3 straight 10s.
Responding in kind from Colombia.
Good scoring conditions this morning.
Yeah, very low wind, kind of overcast. If you look at how, like, the conditions most world record scores have been shot in, or really high scores, almost some of the drizzly stuff, weather kind of like this morning. So I know if I was shooting today that I'd be happy with the conditions right now. So it's a lot more fun to shoot when you can aim in the center and know your arrow's not going to move too much.
Far cry from last year at this time when we were shooting in the rain. You were shooting in the rain, I should say.
And luckily the wind was coming from behind us, and the bleachers helped out a lot with the wind on us, but still moved the arrows a little bit. That one's just off.
So after 3 straight 9s to start off that second end for Colombia, it's 2 9s and a 10 for the team from South America, which started this end 2 points behind Russia. So Avdeeva, 7th in the world, taking advantage, putting up another 10 spot. Of course, Avdeeva picked up team silver medals in Shanghai back in 2012 and 2011, so she likes shooting here in China. Mariia Vinogradova. Another strong score. And the final shot of the second end by Svetlana Cherkashneva. It's in there. So Russia will continue to lead as we reach the midway point in this match. It's now a 3-point lead. They extended by 1 to 117-114. Just underway, the 2015 World Cup Archery season outdoors. Stage 1 in Shanghai, here in the Pudong district of the financial capital of the Far East. Fans coming out this morning. As you take a look at the scores, 58 points for Russia in the first end, 59 in the second end. Avdeeva, Cherkashneva, and Vinogradova shooting well to start the match. So Sara Lopez, Maja, Marcen, and Alejandra Usquiano down by 3 have their work cut out for them. Let's tell folks a little bit about your background, Bridger. You're from the great state of Iowa.
Yes, sir. I live in southeast Iowa. If you ever heard of Pella Windows, for anybody at home in the States or even some of the international folks, I live in the same town where those windows and everything else are made. So Pella Windows and Vermeer Corp, a lot of heavy machinery there. So for such a small town, there's lots of stuff going on.
And it's a rather quaint town from what I understand, a Dutch background.
Yep. Have a tulip festival or a tulip time Dutch heritage thing where stuff your face with funnel cakes and all sorts of Dutch candy for 3 straight days.
Just what I need. Good look at Maja Marcen, how she has that string anchored underneath her chin. And Maja with a 9 to start off the third end. Strong grip of Sara Lopez. She's got a grip on that situation with a 10. And now Usquiano, who won that gold medal in Paris at the World Cup final. And her shot drifted just a little bit. So a great opportunity for Team Russia right now. And Avdeeva taking advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah, Russia's shooting really, really well right now. Only 3 points down. So.
And the newcomer, Vinogradova, surrounded by the 2 veterans, giving her a little bit more comfort level, I would imagine.
9.
Scores a 9 with that shot. And now it's back to Cherkashneva, who picked up a team gold medal at stage 3 on Natalia and a silver at stage 4 last year on the World Cup Tour. So 2 10s and a 9. And the lead grows to 4 midway through this third end. And Colombia needing to shoot 10s from this point on.
Yeah, they're kind of getting down a little bit, but I've seen a lot of crazy things happen. So they can turn stuff around, which that 10x by Sara will help with. Lots of things can happen in a short amount of time. So.
So after the 10 by Sara Lopez, Alejandra Usquiano. Puts up another 9. And just reading the body English, you can tell some of the air has gone out of the sail for Colombia. And Avdeeva just keeps putting up 10s.
They're shooting really, really well right now.
It's contagious. Vinogradova with another 10. Setting the stage for Cherkashneva. And Svetlana comes through with a 9, and the lead now stands at 5. So a 5-point lead for Russia, 175 to 170 after the first 12 arrows. Or excuse me, 18 arrows. So a 5-point lead, not insurmountable, but big hill for the team from Colombia to try to climb. Let's talk a little bit about your background, Bridger. How did you get into the sport originally?
Being from Iowa, we have a lot of whitetail and turkey, a lot of stuff to hunt. That's how I originally got into it, was the hunting side of it. But as far as the tournament stuff goes, just kind of ended up going to an archery shop the day they had a tournament. And me and my dad thought, what the heck, we'll go ahead and try it. And I think I was 10 then, so about 10 or 11 years ago. And I ended up placing second in my cub class when I was shooting back then. And kind of caught the bug from there. And originally started shooting 3D, unmarked 3D, and transitioned into this about the target side of stuff about 6 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. And just for whatever reason, I enjoy this format a lot more than the 3D, probably because I'm really bad at judging distance.
So as long as you know it's 50 meters, you're okay.
Yeah, if they didn't tell me, I'd have trouble.
And of course, we are shooting from 50 meters here today. And we get set to start the fourth and what could be the final end. And Maja Marcen with another 9. Russia starting out with a 5-point lead with just 6 arrows to go. So Sara Lopez, whom we will see a lot of today, comes up with another 10. Now Usquiano, who is rarely out of the top 10 in any of the events she has ever competed in on the World Cup circuit. A little bit quick on the release there.
Yeah, the end result was okay. I don't think she's too disappointed. It's like maybe just drift to the left side as it was going off. So
kind of snapped that one off.
Call it giving it the English. Throw that arrow back in there.
No English required by Avdeeva, who has been on since the first shot of the day. Actually, her first shot was a 9. I'll take that back. She's gotten better and has been consistent and has paved the way for Mariia Vinogradova, who has shot very well here. Cherkashneva, who captured a team gold medal in Ogden at stage 3 in 2012. Maybe just 3 more shots away from winning the bronze medal here in Shanghai at stage 1. Maja Marcen's final shot of the day, or at least in this match. He is in the center of the target, which is where Sara Lopez has been most of this match and is again. So Lopez has looked very, very strong, as has Usquiano. And she will finish off with a 10. So good finish by Colombia. Colombia falling into this bronze medal match after losing by 2 to the United States in the semis. And there's one of the few shots by Avdeeva that did not end up in the center ring. But then again, the Russian Federation has a few points to play with here. Nice cushion as they head down the stretch, and Vinogradova, another strong shot. All the cameras trained on Svetlana Cherkashneva as she finishes it off with a 9, and Russia will win by 4 and pick up the bronze medal. So Russia goes from wire to win the bronze medal and defeat the women from Colombia 233 to 229. Colombia falling behind early in this match, Bridger, just not ever able to really make up that ground.
Yeah, Russia didn't give them much to play with. Russia shot very well, so good match.
Avdeeva was great as the leadoff. Svetlana Cherkashneva great anchoring this team, and then they put the newcomer Vinogradova right in the middle, and she really held up her end of the bargain.
All 3 of them shot very, very well.
So the final score in this bronze medal match, it's Natalia Avdeeva along with Svetlana Cherkashneva and Mariia Vinogradova taking home the bronze medal.